Hi everyone, welcome to the Kachina Kitchen. I'm your host, Earl Hamlyn. What a beautiful day we have here in the studio for the Southwest Cowboy Cooking, and we have a show for you today. Now today my guest chef is our own Dan Hargrave. He's the program director here at CATV 57, and he is going to be cooking some elk that he actually went out and harvested himself. So don't go away, we've got a lot of show for you, a lot of recipe. We'll be right back after these messages. You're cooking on the Kachina Kitchen. Don't go away. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kachina Kitchen. This segment is sponsored by the world's greatest security system, and that security system is Southwest Alarm. Remember, no matter where you go, you can still be protected because you're going to have the world's greatest security system, Southwest Alarm. So give them a call at 753-2333. That's 928-753-2333, and get the protection you need and the protection you deserve. Call Southwest Alarm, the greatest protection in the world, Southwest Alarm. All right, here with Dan Hargrave.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
Good.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
How you been?
Good.
Good. So you finally got an elk.
Finally got an elk.
How did you do that from the fifth floor of the Regency with those binoculars out there and your entourages?
The long rifle, a little bow shot. I had to go.
Did you get a rifle or bow?
Rifle. There's a designated archery area within this unit. This designated archery only. And so I hunted some in there, and I hunted some out. I happened to get it out of that archery area in the rifle area.
Oh, okay. So what unit was this?
This was actually, it was like 4 something, but it was not really a unit hunt. It was a depredation hunt. There's an area that goes from Winslow to Holbrook. Oh. And there's the little Colorado runs through there, and they want to get all the elk out of there because they're eating farmers out of house and home. You know the price of alfalfa, you know, bales of hay.
Sure.
Yeah, well, it's like raising, you know, having acreage there, raising 6 to 10.
How many elk are we talking about in that area approximately? Do you know
offhand?
I
have no idea offhand, but I know it's enough that a farmer can plan on, you know, raising 6 elk on his farm.
On his crops?
Yeah. So one particular one that asked me to hunt on his place said that their yield that they get off their field is like half of what it used to be.
So you were like a bounty hunter for the farmer?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Okay. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. We went over there like the second day, and we were just at, I was with Bill, and we were
Bill Reilly,
our cameraman, yeah. And we were at a Circle K or something at a convenience mart, and a guy came up to us.
You and Bill were there together, and that's why we couldn't shoot shows, because you guys were there together?
Well, this was only for like one weekend.
Oh.
This was the first time we went there. Oh. But anyway, some guy comes up to us and says, "Are you guys on that depredation hunt?" We said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I've got my father-in-law needs to get these elk off his place. Would you come over and hunt our place for us, please?" So
this farmer had this elk chained to a little tree post or stump?
No, it wasn't quite that easy. So it was like, yeah, you come and hunt them on my place if you can find them.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, thank you, farmer.
But that wasn't where I got it eventually.
Oh. Okay.
Eventually I got it somewhere else. But the fact of the matter is it was a depredation hunt. And we're trying to
Sounds like a lot of fun. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, that's where the first time I actually we stayed in Motel 6. First time I did that.
Oh, the Regency was out? Why? Because it didn't have a 5th floor?
No, I'm usually in a tent. We're just going to have to, yeah, we got some potatoes here. They're chopped up.
Yeah, usually you're going like this here, so
I didn't want to.
So go like this here. Okay, we're moving along.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we actually cooking here today? What are you?
Well, we're going to start off with some vegetables. We're going to have meat and potatoes. So we're going to have elk steaks along with some potatoes and gravy. I like to do that. And then we'll have some mixed vegetables on the side also. Okay,
cool. So we're really kind of cowboying it up.
Yep.
Okay.
And let's see, we got some.
There's a box under there. Okay.
So
what is first? We put in some red potatoes, russet potatoes.
These are, russet potatoes. Okay. Peeled, sliced. We're getting those going.
So how big was this elk?
It was a big cow elk, which
really?
means a female. Yeah, I've never gotten elk. It was my first elk, so I could only go by what they told me. But they told me it was a big one. So
Bill and I have heard the years of lack of getting an elk. Several years.
Three. This is my third hunt actually.
Yes, we know.
And then yeah, the other two I didn't get. But you know, the amount of meat you get off an elk is amazing. I found it's more, well, the one I got was probably about the same as a side of beef.
Mm-hmm.
A side of beef goes for about $1,000.
Wow.
So it's you know, it was.
Wait. A side of beef goes for $1,000.
That's what I got off the internet.
Whoa! I'm like.
Okay, we got some mixed vegetables here, peas and carrots. We're gonna steam those. Let me show you here for a second. Hang on.
So do you cook in camp? Okay.
I want to show you the steamer in there. I've got these in a steamer. I'm not just throwing them in the water. Okay. Steamer is a very important piece of kitchen equipment.
I asked you, do you cook in camp or did Bill have to cook?
Well,
you had other guys though in camp with you.
We basically stayed in Winslow. We were never more than a couple of miles from
at the KFC there in Winslow.
Yeah. We were never more than like 3 miles from Walmart.
Okay.
Walmart was right there. I mean, we were like downtown Winslow the whole time. I mean, this last time anyway. The other time we went out to a lake.
So let me ask you this.
Lake.
So when the elk called you on your cell phone, did you go, Elk Suicide Hotline, how can I help you?
Pretty much.
Pretty much? Okay, this is Jackie.
Yeah, it was fun.
So when the farmer called you, would you just drop it? You dropped your burritos and ran right over there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, well, he was at work, so we had to, schedule a time with him and everything. We went over there. That time, see, I've made 2 or 3 trips. We made 1 scouting trip and 2 hunting trips over there.
Okay.
The last hunting trip, I was on my own. The first 2 trips, Bill and I went together. The scouting trip, we didn't see anything. We got some information from some local people there. We camped at the Clear Creek Reservoir there near Winslow.
We need to process the meat. They're telling me I need to hurry.
We'll pretty much do the meat on the last part. If we do the meat now.
So what are we doing here?
Well, let's go ahead.
About your potatoes?
Let's go ahead and do this. No,
you can do it.
No, that's okay. I really did want to cover some stuff here,
love the
and
Scotch tape.
We've got.
So you guys are in downtown Winslow at the little burrito factory, waiting for the suicide hotline to call and say, "I'm Ernest Elk, and I'm going to commit suicide.
Yeah.
Hang on a second, we'll be right over to help you."
Yeah.
Is that pretty much the picture I'm looking at?
Yeah, it wasn't quite that easy though.
Why? Because the elk had a tough time dialing the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had a hard time connecting with them. What I was going to say is we have.
This is too good to be true. We should do a movie.
We waited on that field.
We should do a show on your location hunting.
They said they come into this field every night. We sat there on that field for 3-4 nights. What was it, Bill? Something like that. And they never came into that field.
Well,
but I found them.
They saw the headlights probably.
Yeah, I was up and down that field at night. Saw porcupines on there.
Porcupines?
Yeah, it was interesting.
There's no suicide hotline for porcupines. Porcupines?
We weren't in the market for porcupines
How
at
much
the time.
time we got left?
We got about 4 minutes left in this segment.
So what are we doing here? So you've got this all
We've got
laid
this
out.
well,
so let me ask you this, okay? Because you're the guest, so I need to ask these questions. How hard is it actually to process an elk? You hang it from a tree and then you start.
Well, see, that's the problem. There's no trees there. You're not going to find a tree out in Winslow.
Not in Arizona. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Not in Winslow. I mean, there's in the pine country. That's what you can do.
So how did you?
So basically, you have to you gut it or not. Maybe sometimes you don't want to gut it because there's a gutless method also. Basically, you skin it. You take one side, you lay it on its side. Take one side, skin it, lay that side over on the ground.
Okay.
And then you cut off.
Stop. Okay, is there a tarp there?
No.
Just literally lay it down on the ground? Okay.
It's on the ground.
Okay.
You're going to use its hide as the tarp.
I see. Okay.
Okay. So you skin half of it, lay the skin over on the side. You don't cut the back part off or anything. And then you take the meat off of that, cut off the back straps, cut off the 2 quarters, and then you take the carcass and throw it back over on the side that you already skinned. You skin that side and take the meat off of that side.
Okay, and while you're doing that, Bill's reading the suicide note?
Yeah.
Pretty much? Okay, so just check.
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, you do all that, now what?
Well, then you can take those things. I actually had a big tub about this tall, this wide, like that. I had 2 of those. I could put all that meat in there. It was a lot of meat, but still I could get into those 2 tubs. So that's how I took the meat home.
So did you have to share some of the meat with the farmer?
No, I didn't get it on his land. Actually, I got it. They're happy to get rid of those. They don't want to deal with the meat.
So was there like a bounty or
most
a reward?
Most of those farmers have elk in the freezer already because they get one themselves.
Okay, Bill's saying we got to move along.
Yeah, we do.
Okay, so what's next? Well, that's interesting how you process it.
Yeah. Well, in the course of processing, there's a couple of things. First of all, I want to cover sharpening knives. There doesn't seem to be a place where you can go to find out how to sharpen knives. And it's kind of like, well, try this knife sharpener, try that knife sharpener. You end up spending a bunch of money on worthless knife sharpeners before you're done.
Okay.
So,
so you have a method?
I found, I hope to save some people some money by showing them what I use as the best method. And this is a Smith's electric knife sharpener. You can get this for like $30 at Walmart. And it works real well for putting a new edge on your knife.
Oh,
when you do that, you have to get, it's going to take metal off of there. So you're going to have to take this through there a number of times. You have to turn it around this way. And
so is this a right-handed or a left-handed sharpener?
It's kind of left. It's kind of right-handed, but a left-handed person can use it. That's about the speed you take it through there. You take it through at 1 inch per second.
Okay.
Okay. Once you get done with that, they have a little ceramic. I've never had much success with the little ceramic knife sharpeners, but you're supposed to run it through there to take the burrs off.
I see.
Now, before I forget to tell you, you don't just run it through once like that. If you had a dull knife, you're probably going to run it through there 20 or 30 times like I did on each side. Okay.
Well, you would run it through there until it got sharpened.
Until it got sharpened. Now, how do you know when it's sharpened? Well, that's what I brought this for.
We asked for volunteers.
You ask for volunteers, yeah.
In the audience.
What you do,
here, hold this card.
Take paper, and by the way, Bill, show them this over here is butcher paper. You can buy that at Costco or something. Okay.
Okay.
Now here's a dull knife. Okay. You take a piece of paper, and this could be a pretend piece of paper. You see that doesn't cut very well. You can drag it through and kind of force it to cut. But that's what a dull knife. This is one that's been sharpened. It just cuts right through that knife, just right through there like that.
Okay. So are these the knives that you use to process the deer?
Some of them are, yeah.
Okay.
I use this. This is good for cutting jerky. By the way, when you cut jerky, we have some jerky here. When you cut jerky, it's best to have it like partially frozen because you can cut nice thin strips.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, time-wise?
Time-wise, we're probably a minute or over or so for this segment, but I did want to say one more thing about the sharpening. To get the burrs off, instead of using this ceramic knife sharpener here, I would use another. It's a Smith's sharpener, and it has the metal parts in there, and that will take your burrs off real good there. And it also, after you use a knife for a while, use it on plastic, it tends to get kind of bent, and this straightens out that blade. So use this once in a while, and then when you need to put a new edge, use the electric knife sharpener.
Okay. All right, we got to take a little break here. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back after these messages. You're cooking on the Kachina Kitchen. Don't go away. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Kachina Kitchen. This segment is sponsored by Kingman's Anytime Fitness. All right, folks, holidays are all over with, and you eat a little bit too much, and spring's not too far away, and you want to get back in shape, then give Cassie Sage a call or go down and visit with her at Anytime Fitness. Now, they're located in the Safeway Shopping Center. It's a few doors down, the new Safeway Shopping Center. So go down. It's 3900 Stockton Hill Road. Go down, look around. They'll be more than happy to take you on a tour and talk to Cassie and all the folks that work there and get back into shape. And it's a great place to meet people, and they're a lot of fun. They have a lot of fun at Anytime Fitness. So go on, 3900 Stockton Hill Road. Go down and see Cassie Sage. You'll get back in shape. All right, I'm back here with Dan Hargrave, Program Director for CATV 57 and Moana Hunter for Distressed Elk. Is that what it was called? Distressed Elk?
Distressed Elk. Anyway, okay, we got rid of the vegetables. We're done. We're done with the vegetables. We took them off. We're going to cook the meat here pretty quick. We've got the potatoes are just about done. But before we get that, I want to get back to processing the meat a little more. Here we have our steaks laid out here.
And these are what kind of steaks?
These are backstrap.
Backstraps?
One of these may not be backstrap, but there's two of them are backstrap. Backstrap is the most tender part of the meat of the elk and the best tasting in any animal. So what we have here, this is something my wife came up with before I met her, but we always have this on the counter in our home, and it is a commercial dispenser for saran wrap or plastic wrap. Okay, it saves you a lot of time having it right there on the countertop. It's a lot less expensive than baggies, and works real well. So when you freeze meat, you want to have it first of all wrapped in plastic. Okay, so we'll take the plastic. Let's just take a couple of these for example. Put them there. Can you see that, Bill? Zip this off.
Oh, that's really cool.
And wrap up the meat. Now you want this layer to be airtight, so the air doesn't get to the meat.
So hermetically sealed.
Yeah, pretty much. And this butcher showed me how to do this. Okay, so you have it on the diagonal here. You put your meat there. Throw this over. Throw that over. Throw that over. Then you just roll that up, and then you can wrap that all up with just one piece of tape.
Like your hands in the air.
So time.
Okay, and now you get a buckle.
Now I get a buckle.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So, anyways, just thought that would be interesting. We've got this heating up over here. Got about time to throw the steaks on, but before we do that,
how much meat do you wrap in one little bundle? As much as you want, or?
It all depends upon who you've got. See, I do 2 steaks because there's me and my wife, so I can go and get a steak. If you have a family of 5 or 6, then you want to put more in.
Steaks in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And do you wrap the whole elk like this? Roast, and other
hamburger
portions of the elk.
Stew meat.
Okay.
Everything. Yeah. Okay. Roast. Yeah. You might have to use bigger sheets or more sheets. But you cut up the sheets ahead of time. I'll tell you what, I'll refer you to the internet. There's lots of good things on the internet. That's basically
There's a lot of different. But also everything is always wrapped in the plastic wrap and then wrapped with the paper wrap as well, right? Now, would that keep it from freezer burning?
Well, that's why you do it that way.
Okay.
This is a ricer. We're gonna take our potatoes out, put them in the ricer if we can get close enough to here without making a mess. Turn this off. This is just a different way of mashing potatoes. It's actually called ricing potatoes.
That's pretty cool.
You use it, it's a little bit faster in some ways, a little more convenient. It gives you a better, more finer mash to your potatoes.
Also, it melts the butter a whole lot easier.
Would you cut that butter in half right there, or maybe let's just throw in that whole thing of butter. Why don't you take that off of there?
Dude, I have to work?
Yeah, I'll put you to work.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, here we go. There's our mashed potatoes.
Ooh, good.
All done.
Ooh, good.
Just set this aside. And while you're at it, you can just kind of mash the butter in there with the potatoes.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead. I got to get this thing started over here. We're running late. There you go. And now we've got a cast iron skillet. Cast iron is really good for this.
I'm going to call my agent and see if I can do this.
I already called him. He said you could. Oh, one other thing I was going to mention.
He's in Israel.
Gloves.
Gloves.
These kind of gloves. You can find them at the sporting goods section.
Okay, you can't
they
just
save
say
your fingers.
Wait. Tell them what kind of gloves they are.
Well, they're Berkeley is the brand name, but if you go looking for these, I don't know what they're called. They're rubber gloves, but they have kind of this net thing. They're meat cutting gloves to save your fingers. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking like I did. I don't need those things because I don't cut my fingers.
Hold your hands up. Show them your fingers.
Yeah. Now I've got a scar over here so I decided to go buy the gloves. Everybody uses those.
Very good idea.
The professionals use those. So if you want to be professional about it, do that.
Okay.
All right, we got this coming up now.
Got a little milk here for these potatoes?
Yeah, if we had some, but we don't have any. So we're camping now. We don't have.
Okay, well then I'm done.
You're done. Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll put it over there. Throw some steaks on here.
We need some salt in here.
Now,
Salt.
Salt. It's over there. Use that kosher salt. Yeah. Okay, this is starting to smoke a little bit. That's great. That's what you want. Put those steaks on there. See what we can do here. If we can get them all in there. Okay. What we're going to do, leave those right there like that. Put a lid on, keep it from spattering. And we'll give them about 3 minutes on each side. The thing with elk is, what I found anyway, is you don't want to overcook them. You want to get them, if you want them, let's say medium. I like medium. A lot of people like them done medium. Okay? Take them out when they're about medium rare. They'll finish cooking. Okay? And how do you tell when they're medium rare? Oh, you cut them open, right? No, you don't cut them open. You use the fork test. Okay? You press on them with a fork. It takes some experience, but that's how you tell if they're done, to what extent they're done, is how much pressure they'll take. Okay? And I need some pepper over here too. Put a little bit of salt on them, a little pepper. And I'm going to turn these, and we'll plate them, and we'll be ready when we come back.
All right, we're going to take a break here. All right, we're going to take a little break. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away. You're cooking on the Kachina Kitchen. And these potatoes, I added a bunch of stuff, and I'll tell you when I get back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Kachina Kitchen. This segment is sponsored by Dora's Beale Street. All right, folks. Now, Dora has a wide variety of wines. And up until recently, you couldn't purchase one of the wines because she didn't have a license for it. Now she has a license. So when you're having that fabulous meal and that gourmet dinner, and you like the wines that go along with that meal, now you can purchase that wine as well. So go see her at 509 Beale Street. That's Dora's Beale Street. And remember, if you like reservation, give her a call at 753-3463. Dora's Beale Street, 509 Beale Street, and buy some wine. She has the best wine in the world. All right, I'm here with Dan Hargrave. While you were doing the steaks, I put some salt, some onion powder, and some A1 sauce into the potatoes along with the butter.
Sounds good.
Very good.
Sounds good.
Okay, and we did the steaks.
We finished the steaks. Now we let them rest. It's important to cover your steaks so that the moisture does not escape. Let them finish cooking for about 10 minutes after they're done really cooking on the skillet. And I also added some garlic to it, some of the garlic in the tube when I cook the steaks.
Okay.
Make those look good, taste good.
And the reason we took the plastic off is for the camera. But you're right. Let them sit there for 10 minutes and kind of breathe.
Right. We've got the onion powder.
So
I think that covers just about everything we did.
Okay, cool. Okay, I'm going to taste the steak. That's just like regular steak.
It does. It tastes, I mean, you put A1 sauce on it, you can't tell the difference. I can't tell the difference.
It's very good.
It is steak. It is a good steak.
All right, I got thanks from folks, okay?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, Culligan, the official water of the Kachina Kitchen. Remember, great tasting water all year long, delivered to your home, your office. So give Culligan a call. Also, True Value Distribution Center, downhill, and all the guys out there, we want to thank them. Dan Hargrave, want to thank you very, very much. And we also want to thank your elk. Did you ever name the elk?
No, I didn't.
Never got that friendly?
No.
Even when he called in on the suicide hotline?
No. We don't ask for names then.
Oh, that's right. You want to keep everything on a professional level.
Well,
thanks again. What's your next hunt?
Next hunt, right now I'm hunting Javelina.
Cool.
Yeah.
So can we expect another show?
Probably another show. I'm getting really close out there.
Bow or rifle?
Bow.
Bow? Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on the Kachina Kitchen. Be safe out there. I'm going to eat some. I want to taste the potatoes. Since I doctored them all up. I really can't cook.
You should.
That's really good. So what are you guys going to have for lunch?